I spoke with the director. He's trying his best, but that county in Florida isn't budging. They want their artificial reef and diving spot.
I assume he tried the patented throw money at the problem until it goes away technique?
He offered to pay them twice as much as they bought her for, then 3 times. They won't negotiate. Also, though they didn't say it out loud, they now think he's only interested because we already have her. The director never told them that, but his efforts raised alarms. A representative is on his way to inspect the museum.
We could just not let him in.
That will definitely give the game away. I suggest we speak with United States and come up with some kind of plan.
All right. She has a right to know what's happening at the very least.
They're coming for me?
We're not giving you to them without a fight, but for the moment, the law is on their side.
That's what my old custodians told me. It's always about the law, never about what I want.
We're sorry. We're doing everything.
Don't say you're doing everything you can. Don't say you're trying your best or that you care so much but money this and space that. I've heard it all before. Do you know who I am? I mean, really, who I am? I am the SS United States, the only member of my class. I had no sisters, but I served faithfully. I was born in 1950. The largest ocean liner to be constructed in America, and the fastest to cross the Atlantic. Though I was the pride of the nation for many years, my passenger numbers dwindled as air travel became more economical. I don't blame you ladies for that. A labor union dispute caused frequent delays and cancellations that drew away my passengers. Corporate mismanagement and the changing of the times only added to the problems. I was retired after my 400th voyage and told I'd be saved and repurposed as a hotel or casino or something. Everyone had a different idea about what to do with me, and I passed through many, many owners. Each one spent millions to get a hold of me. Each one failed to accomplish anything, and not a single one bothered to ask what I wanted. The only ones that seemed to care about that were the Conservancy. They tried to save me, but of all things, a stupid rent dispute messed up even that. Then I got bought by a county in Florida who just want to turn me into a damned home for fish. That's all I am to them, a fish tank. I wasted away, was abandoned repeatedly, and given multiple false promises to suffer through, only for that to be my end. A house for Nemo and his dad, and a spot for idiot tourists to snap pictures, having just earned their little diving licenses, so they can pretend they're trained professionals when they simply spent $2,000 on an open ocean tour of nothing. If these imbeciles each put their $2,000 into saving me, maybe I'd have a proper home and not be a rusty hulk. I used to be worth something, everything to this country. And now, well, I'm nothing. So please, while I believe you mean well, don't give me promises you cannot hope to keep.
I understand.
We'll leave you be, Lady United States.
Christ, Skylar. What are we going to do?
She's been let down by everyone she ever trusted. Her reaction is understandable. But I'll tell you what we aren't going to do. We aren't going to be the next ones to fail her. We'll find a way out of this.
But how?
Dallas? Skylar? That representative from Florida is here. He demands to speak to the person in charge, and the director made it very clear he was in no mood to deal with such nonsense right now. He's been on the phone all day trying to figure something out.
Well, if I talk to him, I may punch him.
I'll handle it. Skylar, why don't you talk to Freya about this? She's already had direct experience with scrappers and the like. Maybe she can help us figure a way around this mess.
All right.
I demand to speak to the man in charge at once.
Hello, I'm Dallas. I'm one of the generals here. What can I do for you?
A female general and a vehicle too. Ridiculous. Fetch me someone who is actually in charge.
I am in charge. What, sir, can I do for you?
Whatever. My name is Mr. Dowager, and I represent the highly esteemed Okaloosa County of Florida.
Highly esteemed, huh?
I know you have that runaway ship here. Hand it over to me at once, and we will have no problems.
Ship? Sir, we're in a landlocked state. There are only planes and land vehicles in this museum.
We have a witness who spotted the United States running here, and your director has been very suspicious by inquiring about buying it.
Trying to buy a historical ocean liner is suspicious? You realize what a museum is for, right?
Humph, that ship is worth far more in the tourist revenue it'll bring the county. There's no price he can offer that will match what we stand to gain. Now surrender it. I don't want to have to get the police involved.
Do what you have to do. I can't surrender someone that isn't here.
It's not someone, it's something just like you. You're a plane, a tool. You serve man and nothing else. Now fetch me the property or else you little...
Okay, no.
He says you assaulted him. Care to explain?
He fell down some stairs.
Miss Dallas, he has 8 broken bones and numerous bruises.
It was a lot of stairs.
Do I have to ask around and find out what really happened?
Be my guest, officer.
He fell down some stairs.
He fell down some stairs. I see nothing. I see nothing, I tell you. Nothing!
This is going nowhere.
Officer, did you just—
Turn my body cam off. Yeah. I'll come up with some kind of excuse. Look, I know she's here and I know you beat the tar out of Mr. Dowager. If he spoke to you the way he spoke to me, he probably deserved it. Truthfully, I have very, very little interest in retrieving Lady United States. I don't think she deserves this fate. But I can only stall for so long, Miss Dallas. Dowager will likely be out of the hospital at his own insistence this time tomorrow. He'll have a deputy with a search warrant in hand. You have that long to figure something out. I'll do what I can, but my hands are tied.
I understand, officer. Thank you for the warning.
You're welcome. I'm turning my camera back on. All right, so all witnesses say he fell down some stairs or didn't see anything. There any security footage of the incident?
Cameras were undergoing maintenance and were down when he fell.
Of course they were. All right, have a good day, Miss Dallas.
God, I hope Freya has some ideas.
We are going to build a copy of Lady United States.
We're gonna what?
Relax, I've thought this through.
I don't think you have.
Miss Kicker, are you in here?
What is it, Freya? I'm trying to. Rats. Well, can call that test a failure. What's the matter?
Do you remember that funny wand I brought back? The one that revived Lady Bismarck?
It's not a wand, Freya. It's a highly advanced revival protocol remote.
So a magic wand?
Whatever. What about it? I told you I can't fix it. Whatever Yulia came up with to make it work in such a small form, it's still a mystery to me.
But you said you got it partially working, remember?
Well, yes, in a way. It can put deceased vehicles back together, but it doesn't seem to be able to restore their personalities anymore. I tested it on some small cars and nothing worked.
Excellent. Great to hear.
What? Wait, what's going on?
I think I know what you're about to suggest.
Here's the deal.
So you want me to program the wand to reconstitute a pile of scrap metal into a copy of the SS United States?
Can it be done? You said it won't have any personality. It won't be real, but just real enough to satisfy the Floridians.
Yes, in theory, but it will just be a giant empty shell. It won't be able to speak or assume a human form. And the United States isn't exactly any ship. She's enormous. We'd need a hell of a lot of metal for it to work.
Skylar, is the director still friends with that old junkyard owner? The ethical one who only deals in parts?
I'm sure he is. I'll go speak to him.
You realize, of course, this plan is ridiculous, right?
Got any better ideas?
Nope, so we go with ridiculous. But why are we doing this in a public park?
That's all part of the plan. And on the plus side, the junkyard owner was quite excited to sell his entire lot in one go. He's rich enough to retire comfortably now.
Glad this worked out for someone.
And here comes the last dump truck.
Is this enough, Kika?
Without an accurate measurement, I can't say for sure, but the wand scanner is detecting the scrap. Right now, I'm recoding it, so it attempts to lump everything into the basic blueprints of United States. Internally, I can't make it perfect, but she was stripped down previously. I doubt the Floridians are overly familiar with her exact layout, so I'm cutting corners where I can.
Will it work?
I expect the copy to be in rough shape. This tech wasn't designed for this exactly.
She was already rough when they bought her. It might be better if the copy looks a little beat up.
True. All right, stand back. I'm going to give it a try.
Holy
Heck!
It worked!
I am pleasantly surprised with my genius in this case. Honestly, didn't think that was going to go so well.
Damn good work, Kika. Now all we have to do is—
I knew it. I knew you had her. Officer, that ship is my property.
Oh, is that the SS United States?
Yes, absolutely. I demand it returned to me and the county at once.
That's fine. We just found her here.
You did?
Yep, she's all yours.
But tell it to turn back into a girl. How am I supposed to move it like this?
boy, howdy, that does sound like a whole lot of not our problem.
Having trouble controlling your property, sir?
Why, you little—
Excuse me?
Nothing, officer. Tell the ship to surrender.
She's not going anywhere like this. It's your job to move her, Mr. Dowager. Also, she's in a public park and can't stay here. I'd suggest you get on that before I have to start writing citations.
For what?
I don't know yet. Illegal dumping, maybe parking, something. I'll figure it out. You have a nice day. Good luck.
This is ridiculous. United States, turn back at once. Answer me.
This is way more entertaining than it should be.
Goodbye, Mr. Dowager.
Safe travels home.
Just got done talking with the director. Apparently, Dowager is putting in desperate calls to any junkyards in the area for someone to help break down that fake ship. None of them will take the job, and either way they can't move it without breaking it apart. Puts the whole artificial reef plan in question.
And the other paperwork?
Called in a favor with Azriel. She about blew a gasket when I mentioned paperwork, but when I explained what it was for, she took care of everything. Thought we'd give it to her together.
What do you two want?
Just came by to give you this.
Huh? These are...
Identification and title paperwork for a replica of the SS United States. They're yours.
For me? You mean,
You're safe. We threw your previous owners off your trail. That paperwork ensures you own yourself and no one else can change that. You'll have to act as a replica now, but your new identity gives you the freedom you deserve.
Wow. I'm sorry. I don't know what to say.
You don't have to say anything. This is what we do. When your repairs are finished, you can go wherever you'd like.
Could I stay here, I mean?
Are you sure? We're a bit of a ways off from the ocean.
I know. Still getting used to walking around. But for the first time in a long time, I feel safe and welcome. With this, you've confirmed that feeling. I'd like to stay if you'll have me.
We definitely need to do some remodeling in places.
And maybe expand the pool the director was planning for Cordelia. Heck. He's going to say yes. He always says yes.
So I can stay?
You absolutely can, United States.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
So it all worked out?
It did. You deserve the most credit though, Freya. I never would have been able to come up with that plan.
It was nothing really. All in a day's work as someone who also escaped scrapping.
Hopefully things get a little less stressful now that...
Penelope, why did you put the turkey in the microwave?
What? Isn't that how you make turkey? And it goes to the heat thing for 325 minutes.
You use the oven. At 325 degrees, not minutes.
Potato.
They are not the same thing.
Should we?
I'm just going to let whatever that is work itself out.